And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome to Never Mind the Furthermore. We're going to get going in just a minute. We got things to do, and we'll get started with your comments and begin the creative conversation.
10 seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
How dare you!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome to Never Mind the Furthermore for Friday, the 4th of February. And we're going to put out a hit on Puxatawny Phil. That little rodent said we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. Well, you're number 1, Phil. Anyway, I want to see that little critter between 2 slices of bread, and I know you do too. Hope it's warm where you are. We had the furnace go out this morning, but Cookie fixed it because she's amazing. Yay, Cookie. I said you're amazing. You fixed the furnace.
Yes. God bless batteries.
God bless batteries. Check your batteries in your thermostat, people. It could save your life. It got down to the 50s in here, and I don't mean happy days. But anyway, we're going to keep the show going here, and we welcome your comments. Put them in the comments. I will read them if they are worthy. And then we will have a creative conversation. But first, we want to thank our friends who keep us on the air. And first and foremost among them is Jeffrey Hayes of Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Did you see those great book covers? Would you like something like that on your new book? Contact Jeffrey Hayes at Plasma Fire Graphics. First, look at his Facebook page for Plasma Fire Graphics. It is gorgeous. You'll be impressed. And then go over to plasmafiregraphics.com. You'll be even more impressed when you ask him how much it costs for him to do his amazing graphic services for you. He can do covers, point of sale stuff, trailers, you name it. He can do it, and he does it remarkably well. Anyway, check out Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. We're part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, and we've got a lively lineup of today of great shows, including Drinking with the Davies with Christine and Ted Davies, followed by the Historical Fencing Guild with Nicholas Anthony Tockard. Check both of those out, and please check out all the shows we've got here. Saturday night. We've got From the Desk with a Small Press Publisher at 10 p.m. Eastern, Stupid O'Clock following at 11 p.m., Last Man Standing at 1 a.m. on Sunday, and at 10 p.m. we close out your weekend with Comics, Chaos, and Sass with the beautiful and delightful Heather Ellen. You can come promote your stuff on there. And then we start the whole thing over again with me on this show. So check it out. Please go to our Facebook page and give that a like if you would. Also, if you're watching us live, we appreciate each and every one of you. If you think you're going to enjoy any part of this now or in the future or in the past, please give us a like on Facebook. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube, where the better picture and quality reside. And also, please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're on Facebook, you can also subscribe to this video there as well. But please check it out, and please subscribe to the others in the Rising Tide Broadcasting Network. Please check out last night's Comic Book Spectrum. because we had all 5 members and it was fun. And your furnace won't go out. You'll feel the burn last night, believe me. Also, we want to thank our Patreon subscribers who their monthly contributions to the cause here help keep this rolling constantly. And yeah, I'm still trying to warm up my hands, folks. Sorry. But anyway, please check out these people. They've also got their own Patreons that they are building, and they deserve your support as well. But if you want to see what I offer in return for your support, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And now we have dillied and we have dallied. We've gotten everything done that we wanted to do this morning. So we are going to turn to your comments here, and we're looking forward to them. And oh boy, all the cool kids are here, and we got a lot of them. Nicholas Anthony Tucker has joined us first thing. Good morning, never mornings. I hope everyone is keeping warm and safe. Well, we're safe, and as of about 15 minutes ago, we're warm again. So hope you're doing well, Nick. Hope you and the family are staying safe out while you're surveying the land in rural park. Anyway, Cindy Camp, who you should follow at CKOEPP.com. Wise words there. Question: which X-Men character loves to crochet? Wolverine. Oh no, Nick is turning into a were Cindy. And see, I didn't know that. I didn't either. Oh, but I couldn't help stringing you along. Oh, my wife says I made it worse. I did not. Oh, what a yarn you are spinning here, Nick. Oh, my God, Nick, you worsted it. And good morning to you, Carl Witzman. Glad to see you here. And we had a Russian bot show up the minute you left. They were waiting for you to depart last night. So, and Carl, I should put a bow on it and tie that joke off. And it's Carl early says it's too early for this stuff. And who put the caffeine in you today? Not enough of it. Carlene says I was going to say hi, but I think I'll just show myself out. Oh, Nick's on a roll. We love it. And Donna's like that meme of the toddler who runs in the room, looks, and runs back out. And blah, no caffeine. I've been experimenting with a new enhancer, a regular sleep schedule. What is this thing you speak of, Nicholas Tucker? Good Lord, you're getting wild. And never mind, furthermore, it's like an ancient water clock. It starts out full, then a couple of drips show up, and it only goes down from there. Well, the chief downpour is here right now. And a regular sleep schedule is a wonderful thing. Yeah, I had to try it one of these days. And think about this. The first thing that brainwashers do is disrupt your sleep schedule to soften up your mind. Mine's pretty squishy to begin with. They got their work cut out for them. And so very, very true. Just watched an episode about that thing on Leverage. They disrupted the men's sleep with loud music and freezing cold. Yeah, another technique is to not let them sit down and keep them standing in one place. I can't do that for more than 10 minutes. I'd break. And yeah, I must have learned from TV too, and not from any practical applications. Yeah, that's the ticket. Well, Carl will be showing you many more torture enhancement techniques tonight in the green room. That ought to be lively as we break someone's will to live. And it's also used in interrogation to break the person being questioned. That's true, Donna Carlene, because it leaves no marks. Not that I would know. Anyway, good morning from the desk of the small press publisher. Joe D. McPhee joined us last night as part of the Fantastic Five. We've got the Fab Four and the Fantastic Five now. And we almost had the Sinister Six, but someone ran away. Anyway, morning, Brian, and Madam Executive Producer. She is awake, hope all is well. She is, and she is in the next room, drinking her tea, having triumphed over the elements here. We got the drive, with her help, we got the drive shoveled out yesterday, and now we're waiting for this thing called Monday. Anyway, Joe D and Carl, those unsolicited job interviews are kind of freaky. And Carl, did you say you'd made more coffee? Asks Donna. I would hope he did. And for me, it's the guy who calls to talk to me about publishing my book. He knows the title and my phone number, which is weird, but he slurs the name of the company every message. Nope. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I was telling Cookie, there's a message, I watch a lot of YouTube when I shouldn't. And there is this one commercial that keeps popping up that annoys the absolute hell out of me. And it's for this woman. She's got like a British accent, sort of, and it's like, I've published 5,000 books, and I didn't write a single one of them, and I make scads of money every month, not doing anything. And I sat in on her lecture, and it's an old scam that basically they want you to go to someplace like Fiverr, figure out a topic, pay somebody maybe a couple $100 to write a useful book on it. And I'll tell you right now, what those are. A lot of those are done via what are called aggregators, which are programs that scour the internet. If you ever wonder why so many articles you read look alike, it's because they're using aggregators if they're not ripping it off outright. And what it does is it pulls lines, and supposedly you rewrite them and make them sound like you, and not many people bother to do that. And so you get like a couple hundred books, put them on the internet, and say you're solving someone's problems, and people buy them for a couple bucks a shot. I think it's a scam. I think it does not help our industry much, but it annoys me that I'm seeing this thing over and over again. And I think it's because I went and I was curious about this lecture. I figured out this was what it was, but sorry to say I got my confirmations all too painfully. But anyway, yes, Donna, I'll get you some. And Donna, thank you for the coffee, sweetie. And good morning, ladies and germs. Good morning to you, Grant Lankard. Looking forward to your announcement for Beowulf #3 coming out soon on Kickstarter. And, pardon me. Hey, Grant, welcome. And oh, man, I just scrolled up through the comments. BAKM has some catching up to do. I'm doing pretty good, though. And morning, Carl and Donna, in the middle of your Woodstock book right now. Oh, my God. Look out. Somebody's going to have to explain those words to Grant. Anyway, good morning, everyone. And BKM loves it. Yeah, right, he does. Actually, I do panic like Wednesday when I got like caught up, like on the shows where I get caught up after half an hour. It's like, these people aren't trying, but I insist on it. And thanks for getting it, Grant. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, seriously, I've got to get that book from Donna too. I did read The Seduction of Lily Monroe, and I enjoyed that quite a bit. That was really good. And Nicholas Socker said, at some point I need to do a video discussing why I'm so gun-shy about collaboration and commissions. Spoiler, I have been burnt. I agree. Maybe we'll have to do that as I keep threatening to do more clever tile pending, and that's a super good subject. Nick, with your permission, I would like to write it down. And if I get it, if you don't get it going, I will. Like the care and feeding of collaborators sort of thing. I fortunately have not been burned by collaborators. Most of the projects have fizzled out. I just recognize I can be a little prickly sometimes. And I was going to collaborate a couple of years ago with a very prominent author. But the thing was, we were going to use his character, and I said, that's fine. I was really flattered he let me. And then after a couple of go-rounds, he said, could I just pull this back? Because I really love my character, and it's not anything against you, but I just find myself really hesitant to let anybody write him. I'm like, I perfectly understand. I'd be the same way with some of my stuff, too, and I've got a box falling. Here we go. This is a real nice box. That's why I keep it. It's a styrofoam container. One of Cookie's sisters sent us some Omaha steaks a couple years ago, and this is quality styrofoam here. So I'm keeping the box, just in case we ever need it. But it just fell off of wherever it was, and I don't know why. Poltergeist, as Neil would say from the young ones. But anyway, yeah. And I was talking to somebody, I know somebody else the other day that I was talking to that was collaborating with somebody, and they kind of started drawing lines in the sand, and then, were claiming credit for things they didn't do. So it was, yeah, I see this a lot, Nick. That's something I think it'd be a nice subject. We need to talk about that. And hi, Grant. Good morning, Joe D. And 1/3 of the way through Woodstock Memories and enjoying it, I noticed there are 3 writers on there. How did you navigate that? That's a good question. I'm waiting for the answer. And when he says BKM is going to use that bridge background and do a Captain Picard come. Yes, Earl Grey, hot. Actually, this is more like espresso blend, hot. So hope you enjoy it and aren't too shocked, Grant. And Amy Hale, good morning. Mwah. Good morning, everyone. I'm snowed in again today, so I'm home and can enjoy the fun. Well, good. Excellent. That's what we like to hear. And anyway, check out Amy Hale. She has got a super book that I read recently. I left a wonderful review. Please leave reviews, all right? And check out her other work. It looks exactly like this. She's fun size. She's fantastic. She's the amazing author Amy Hale. Check out authoramyhale.com and check out her pages here on Facebook because she's amazing. Love you, Amy. Glad you're here. And Carl Westman says it was great to collaborate. It was also torture dependent on the hour. I could imagine. I can imagine. That's not easy. And I saw this gentleman last night briefly on Stupid O'Clock. Didn't get a chance to say hello. The Skunk Rocker joins us this morning. Good morning, my friend. Hey, everyone. I know I haven't been around a lot lately. That's how bad work has been kicking my butt. Today they did not hand me my dairy on a silver platter. So hooray, I can actually tune in. Well, I'm glad to see you, my man. It was so good. Like I said, it was good to see you last night on Stupid O'Clock. Good show last night. Do check it out, Rising Tide Network. And you sounded happy, Skunk, and it made me happy too. So anyway, glad you're here, my friend. And Indiana State AT-ATs are clearing the roads and squashing rebel scum. Oh, those little forced posers. I'm glad to get them out of here. I'm telling you, they were a nuisance. And telling me these are not the droids I'm looking for. Don't tell me what droids I'm looking for, damn it. And Sharon, thank you, Ryan Permisson. As always, you're awesome. And hey again, Skunk Amy. That's why punctuation is so important. And good morning, Mornings. How are you? Follow us today for more nerdy content on the It's Nerd Culture channel on YouTube. Just past 700 subscribers catching up with us. And being able to fix the furnace was something I never looked for when scrolling under Tinder, but maybe I should have. Well, that's one of the things, when you're dating, it's very important. What qualities are you looking for in a woman? Industriousness and the ability to find the batteries. That's not code, people. But anyway, it was just a matter of, I don't remember the last time we changed the batteries in that thing. Probably about the time we moved in. Oh gosh, what, about 6 years ago now? I'd have to look, but anyway, yeah. But she figured it out. She reprogrammed it, and we are now toasty warm and happy. And she's listening to music on YouTube, so I'm happy too. But anyway, yeah, these things are important, And for Vanessa Small Press Publisher, Madam Executive Producer is doing yeoman's work to keep BKM on the rails. Well, as a wise man keeps telling me, we don't need rails where we're going, So anyway, I have Amy Hale's neurosis to you. I don't have Amy's neurosis because I've got plenty of my own. So anyway, but I was glad that Amy would share hers with me. And yikes, says the Skunk Rocker to the Skunk Rocker. Ted Davies Artistry. Good morning, all. See you tonight on Drinking with the Davies as Chris mixes up Tie Me to the Bedpost. Yeah. Oh, there's a drink Ted could probably get into. See you there at 7 p.m. Eastern. And watch him as he applies ice to the burn he got last night from Clyde Hall on clever comics. I got Clever Title Pending on the mind again. Comic book Spectrum. It was a fun show. We got a lot done, even though two of us couldn't get to the comic shop. Or a couple of us couldn't get to the comic shop. So yeah, it was a challenge. But anyway, Ted, thank you for being a good sport. And I saw your post, your DM to me. Send me a DM and ask me the question, please. But I keep odd hours. And in case you missed it, check out the latest episode of Boba's Weekly Bounty with special guest Bobby Nash. He's awesome. Bobby Nash is also, so is Ryan Permisson. It'll be a great show, I know. And my comment is thinking, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Ace, if you're hanging around here, It's possible. None of us are. So anyway, but we're glad you're here, Ace. Always a pleasure to have you. And how are your projects coming, Joe D? And yay, Ted! I agree with that. And in case you missed it from Ryan Purvis, check out his interview with writer Glenn B. Fleming on the YouTube thing there. And Glenn is getting ready to launch his Kickstarter for the Jack Kirby book based on his 2 visits to the King of Comics. And I am so looking forward to it. Full disclosure, I edited the manuscript, and you're in for a treat. You seriously are in for a freaking treat. And Ryan Permisson says, if you want to be a guest on And I Quote, we are live on Saturdays at noon, but if we need to record, he can do that for you. He has friendly conversation, and you can promote your project. So go to that calendar address and get your name on there. And William A. Bolton, to you, my friend. Hi, Brian. How are you and everyone? Hope all are well. And today is the birthday of George Romero and Alice Cooper. I did not realize that. Holy cats, that's great. I'm a fan of both of them, particularly Alice Cooper. Man, Alice helped get me through high school. Man, I love his music. Always have, probably always will. And one of my greatest memories was one year when we were leaving high school for the summer. What probably have been my sophomore or junior year. And, of course, the student council comes out and says, well, I hope you have a, glorious summer. We'll see you back in the fall. But, it had to be the lower 3 classes. I think the seniors were out by then. But somebody brought a record player, which now people know what I'm talking about. Brought a record player and put on Alice Cooper's School's Out All Summer. And the teachers were clearly not happy because we were all, yeah, we're digging it. And one of the teachers came out and he pulled that record off there. He wasn't going to have us blow up the school. But anyway, and Rickard weaves a terrible web. Yes, indeed, William. We're glad you're here. And Ryan Permisson, continuing my education with buying many comics this week, includes, Gotham by Gaslight. Yes. X-Men, God Loves Man, Kill, 2 Moon Knight Trades, Death Mall, New Gods by Jack Kirby, excellent, and several issues of The Phantom Stranger and The Phantom. Oh, you are in for a treat. We're pausing in our catching up here. Gotham by Gaslight was, I think, the very first Elseworlds book from DC by Brian Augustine, who unfortunately just passed away recently. And Mike Mignola, one of his first big jobs with the DC people. And it's a beautiful steampunk flavored Batman that is iconic. It is a great book. And God Loves Man Kills is one of the best comics ever done by Chris Claremont and Brent Anderson. New Gods by Jack Kirby, no arguing that. And Phantom Stranger had a beautiful run. I think it was like 1 issue of Showcase, then about 33 issues of his own. And some of the stories were great. Some of the stories were like, okay. The best run featured Len Wein and Jim Aparo that were on the book for about 2 or 3 years. Beautiful, beautiful run on that. And it was starting to find its feet again towards the end, and then it got canceled. But there's some great artwork and there's some great stories by Robert Kanigher and Jerry Conway and Arnold Drakes. And they reprinted a lot of the old stuff. And they pointed out something that I've been very conscious about in my own writing is making the title character a guest star in his own book. That the focus should be on the main character, if only how the main character affects other people. I just turned in a Captain Hawkland story. In fact, my latest Captain Hawkland story had that in mind. It's still very much a Captain Hawkland story, but it's about how the people of Crown City, especially the criminal element, fear him. And the locals, the law-abiding ones, consider him a source of comfort. So I'm proud of that. It's available now on Amazon for 99 cents. Please get it. And but anyway, no, you've got some good stuff there. I would really, sometime we got to talk to you about what you're finding out and how your journey is developing. And are you starting to get some favorite creators now? things you're actually looking for. I'd love to have a talk with you about that sometime. And William Bowe says Talker rather than sorry dang autocorrect. I mostly speak good autocorrect, but this one time it failed me. Sorry, my friend. And I blame Glenn and Bobby for my retail therapy problems. No, you don't have any problem with retail therapy. It sounds like you're good at it. I'm trying to restrain you. Otherwise, I'd just be saying, just buy everything. Just buy everything. Even though it sucks, you'll love it. I just wish there was a way to painlessly introduce you to a lot of the stuff that I grew up with, like the Charlton action heroes. Although there is a volume, you might also, I know you like physical copies, might have to recommend some archive editions because they cover a lot of good material, and some of the showcase issues from DC where they would publish stuff that was a little out of the way, like Ambush Bug, Blackhawks. They published some 50s and 60s Blackhawks stories that I loved. Supergirl. There's a whole bunch of really good. There's a lot of stuff, and your journey has just begun. And bring Cookie home. Amen, brother. And yes, for those who didn't watch last night, she is home today. She didn't have to go to Subaru, and life is good today. And coming soon to Comic Book Spectrum, The Magnificent Seven. Yeah, we're working our way up. Pretty soon, there's just going to be no room for anybody, and I'm going to have to leave the room. Anyway, just do it. Enter the Cromniverse. Definitely. That's available now on, or rather, it's funding now on Indiegogo. Pops Van Zandt, let us know how you're doing. And good to see you this morning. And Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt. Good never morning. Say it right, Brian. I never say it right. This is my show. I get to screw up, and boy howdy, I do my share. And join Ryan Purvis on Saturday at noon for, and I quote, with writer Jim Beard, excellent writer, good friend, and he's got some projects coming up that you'll be excited by. He's told me a little about it. Good stuff. And my channel is 7 subscribers short of 600. If you haven't, please go take a look. All comic promotion all the time. Definitely check out Pops Van Zandt. He does a lot for the creative community. And definitely check out CromCon. Check out what he does. He's on the air almost every day, if not every day. So anyway, we're proud to have you here, Pops, and hope you get that 7. Hope we get that 7 before the end of the show. In fact, folks, I would like, if I may request, I want at least 7 people to subscribe to Pops Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube right now. Pops did me a solid and helped me launch this channel on YouTube and got me going. And now I would like to do the same for Pops. Help him out to get him to that 600. All right. Only the start, Pops. Only the start. And from the Small Press Publisher, progress report for the week. Sample submitted to Coffin Comics. Excellent. An article draft has been submitted to Comics Unlimited. Still working on the module as I can. A decent week despite 9 to 5. Yes. Poor Jody McPhee is trapped in the day job cruelty zone there. So, but I recognize not everybody gets to do it. I've been working from home before it was sexy. You know what I'm saying? And before it was necessary. But I would love to see more Nevermorians get home again. Okay. And Nick Tucker says, William A. Both, given my typos, I can never hold an autocorrect against anyone. I'm pretty lenient about it too. In fact, I love those memes where somebody has autocorrect has corrected it the wrong way and somebody takes it badly. I'm very gun shy of collaboration, says Joe D. McPhee from the Destin Small Press Publisher, Saturday nights at 10 p.m. on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Not so much for commission if it is true work for hire where I don't have to worry about rights. Yeah, I understand that. I'm not really gun shy about collaboration, despite what I tell people. I mean, if you submit your work to an editor, in a way, the editor becomes the collaborator. As long as your own voice can be maintained and you don't have to really compromise your style or the quality of your writing. I do have a friend that secured a major licensing character that he got to write, but said that it was for a regular publisher, and so many people wanted their fingerprints on the work that he felt it was even so, I thought it was a terrific book, but he felt it was compromised and it was not really his after a while, which I get. If there is a way to collaborate with, say somebody, I'm going to say somebody who does the same thing you do, like writer and writer, artist and artist. I think it's easier for artists in a way because they go in knowing what the other can do and want to see what the synthesis of their style is. But with writers, it's not always that easy. I know a number of you I could probably do something with if once I get my plate cleared. But no, I understand being gun shy about it. You got to protect your zone, man. You really do. And the best collaborations begin with two guys sitting at a bar. That's true. That is true. And good morning, Tank Ferret. How are you this morning? Good to see you from YouTube there. Hello, and hello, Michaela Jade. Mwah! Good to see you as always. Check out Michaela Jade's channel on YouTube and give it some love. And good morning, Nevermorians. Big hugs from Kathy Jackson. Love you, hon. I love your hugs. I love you. And hoping you all stay safe and warm. Much love from me to you. Well, love you guys too. Hope you guys are doing well through this snowmageddon right now. Yes, and I think we got about 18 inches here. No jokes. And we did them all last night. But anyway, it was a challenge. It was like the second time, maybe the third time in my entire life, I had to shovel out my driveway 3 times. Fortunately, Cookie helped me with the last one. Otherwise, I'd probably still be out there. Or I'd be face down in a snowbank. But anyway, the hardest part, Grant, was that third rider lived up in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the time. Says Donna Carlene. We met in a writer's chat room at Q-Link and often collaborated there besides visits. That's cool. That's very cool. Something I was working with the aforementioned author that didn't go anywhere. I would like to do something. Now, it's going to mean something only to the DC people, like DC Challenge, like they did with Commandy and back in the 80s or 90s, I think it was. But Round Robin, that's what it's called, Round Robin, where a writer starts a chapter, then leaves it on a cliffhanger, which is then given to the next writer to end the cliffhanger and move the character on. I think one of these days I might try it. That would be fun. Get that going. And good morning, Michaela from Carl Witzman. Michaela, we love her. And check out Tidbits and Scribbles on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, where some of the finest writers among the Nevermorians get on that show, and they help people work out writing and problems. And I'm really proud that I've been on a couple of them and been able to help. Ariana Cherry, poet and artist. Mwah, good morning from snowy Amish town. Oh, it's good to see you. I hope you guys are doing well. You and Josh put in your links. You know that. And she made me rewrite just about everything I wrote. Grant, torture, I tell you. And yeah, the third writer was picky, but I won how the swearing scene needed to be written. Yeah. Well, it's a matter of any collaborations. It's picking your battles, right? And good morning to Eric Hawkins. Beautiful illustration you did last night on Drawn and Quarterly. Hope you won again. And speaking of beautiful, there's Clyde Hall, the Burnmeister himself. Good morning, Ice Warriors, and everyone in warmer climes and all ships at sea and in port and in dry dock. Well, ours is in snowy dock right now. We're not moving that damn thing till Monday morning if we have to. But good to have you here, Clyde. Clyde and Eric were on fire last night on Comic Book Spectrum. It was a fun show. Please check it out if you haven't already. And Nicholas Tucker, it occurs to me, Gotham by Gaslight is also an animated feature. Maybe you could do a program. That covers What is Lost in Translation. I have not seen that yet. And I have to admit, Nick, I don't watch a lot of the DC animated, if they're adaptations of the original comic. I've seen 2 that spring to mind immediately. One was one of the best comics ever done, and one was one of the worst. The worst being The Killing Joke, that somehow they made a bad story worse with the element of Batman getting it on with Batgirl. That was creepy as hell, and I'm hard to creep out. I don't get creeped. I do the creeping. But that just made me cringe from as the show progressed. But on the other hand, All-Star Superman was exceptional, but it had a great story to start with. The only problem I found was that it skipped about half of the story in there. which I found funny. That meant that the stories weren't really necessary. But the late Dwayne McDuffie did a great job on the screenplay there. But anyway, Kara's Kickstarter has about 10 hours to go. That's Kara Nicole, the Arizona AZ Power Girl. 10 hours to go. Okay, we'll give you a squeak here, Ace. There we go. Let's break the frequency at unstablefrequencies.com. I have pledged to that, and that looks like a really, really good book. Check out a couple Friday or two ago. We had Karen Nicole here talking about it. She is wonderful, and we love her, and we're looking forward to that book. That is going to be so good. I love Fire Bitch. 52 pinup, 52 card pinup was great, a great project, and Kara's gonna knock this one out of the park too. She has a lot of great art on her Kickstarter. Please go to that unstablefrequencies.com. It will lead you directly to the Kickstarter page where you have a multitude of reward levels that you can pledge at, and sign up. Not yet live yet. That's right. You can be and gotcha. Okay. Well, no, that's good. That's good. But well, get it going, dude. We've got this platform here. Why are you behind? Good Lord. Anyway, and William both says, damn glad to hear the cookie made it back. Me too. Yes. Thank you, William. Yeah, I admit I was not very happy the other day when on Tuesday, I think it was, when the snow started, and I was sure they were going to send Cookie home after 2 hours, and then lunchtime goes through, and I'm like, well, any minute now. And then it gets to be about her normal time to leave, and I'm like, where the hell is she? I was outside waiting for her when she sent me a text saying I'm on my way. So anyway. And Magnificent Seven, does that make Brian Rodman, Doc Holliday, Clyde White, and Herb? That's a good question. I'm one of the survivors that probably ran once the gunfire started. But anyway, gotcha, Brian. Well, I didn't realize I was going to get got. So there. And thank you, my friend. Glad to, Pops. Let's keep us posted, my man. Keep us posted. We got to get this guy to the centennial mark there. And if the sexy Sinister Six happens, I want to be Otto Octavius, the man with many arms. I understand that. And I don't know who Tank Ferret is, but I like them. He dresses well, doesn't he, Skunk Rocker? He's one of us. And Michaela is getting greeted by Pops. And yeah, we have been buried. Kids are at home. Parents had to go to work, though. Oh, man. Well, there's a lot of places here that they had to go to work, but the thing is, it was snow and ice down on the streets all around the lots already. When you have to do precision driving, because these guys, it's not like a standard parking space, is my understanding. You have to pull in, the wheels have to end up totally straight. You have to be very close to the car in front of you. And it's very precise, and I hear about accidents even when the weather's nicer. So something like this is just a recipe for disaster. So rather than have to repair the cars, it's cheaper in the long run just send everyone home and give them a couple days off. So anyway, poor people that do have to work. My heart goes out to you. It seriously does. And Skullcracker says, are you sure that round robin isn't what happens when Dick Grayson has too many Twinkies? Yeah, and he's out looking for Bruce Wayne's mistakes, or his boners, rather. Something like that. And Tank is an artist. You can find him in the madness. Brian is a solid judge of creep. I am. Pops, I've been doing it longer. I've been making it sexy. Sexy's coming back again. I'm telling you, brother. So don't discount my ability to creep people out. I keep telling people, don't try and out-weird me. I'll beat you with experience every time. And Ariana, our cherry poet and artist, said Josh and I are doing good. Excellent. Been snowed in for 3 days. That's all right, isn't it? I've been busy creating my art stuff, working on a couple new poetry collections and YouTube videos. See it all at Ariana Archery. .wordpress.com. Definitely check that out. She's got a lot of good stuff in the hopper there. And Brian, if you enjoy Constantine, I sometimes slip into the British pronunciation. Nick Tucker says, Brian, if you enjoy Constantine, may I seriously recommend the Justice League Dark and Constantine City of Demons. I did see Justice League Dark. I loved it. I think there's a second one out, isn't there? But I love the first one, except for whoever voiced Etrigan the Demon. Oh, that was so wrong. I always think Etrigan should sound like Ron Perlman would be a good voice for him, but somebody who's got a voice sounding like a stone crypt being slid open, whereas Etrigan sounded like a stand-up comic, and I just didn't care for that. But Constantine City of Demons, and especially if it's got Matt Ryan in it, I will watch him do Constantine in anything. The animated movies by DC are better than the DCU. Okay, cool. And Tank Ferret, the artist? Yes, Eric Hawkins, it appears it's true. And yeah, I don't know if he's an artist or not. He just looks cuddly. And cuddly is what we're all about here. So take the time, folks, and cuddle with someone you love or would love to. And Tank is a friend of mine. Yes, he is an artist. Well, cool, Pops. And BKM, don't try to out-weird me. Carl, I was a mental health worker for nearly 40 years. Hold my Prozac. Yeah. Oh, I can clear a room, Carl. See, the problem is you were from the healer end. I'm from the sufferers. And so, oh my God. Oh yeah, I discovered a new YouTube channel yesterday. I got to tell everybody about it. Some of you know, I was promoting every now and then a newsletter I get 7 days a week. It's called Morning Brew, and it's a very irreverent view of current events and the economy. It's very illuminating, very fun to read. And I found they have a YouTube channel, and they've got about 7 or 8 videos out already. They do them one a month. They're really well done, but they explain things like NFTs and the supply chain and that thing Zillow.com had for buying houses and then flipping them, or not so much flipping them, but just reselling them, and how it could really put a dent in the housing market that way. It was a really fascinating deep dive, and the guy started out the video talking about that Zillow was a good way to get to know a neighborhood better and certain houses to see them a little better, because the judge told him that using a ladder would ruin his reputation, and that it was, I guess, illegal. So anyway, it's fun. I do recommend it, and if you want to get aboard Morning Brew, please let me know, and I'll send you a link so that I get a little something for it. It's a free newsletter. It doesn't cost you anything, but it's a really fun way to start your day, and the Sunday edition's beautiful. And I take Prozac. Well, do you give it back when you're done, though, is the thing. Anyway, Skunk, I'm cool. I'm glad to hear that, seriously, because I know it helps. That's the thing. And from the Small Press Publisher, sorry, your comment made me think about the following: earth, wind, fire, water, weirdness. That's right. Weirdness is the fifth element. Just like Bruce Willis, who taught that movie is useful. Everyone ought to see it. Bruce Willis is great. It's a great cast, just up and down the line. Gary Oldman, I'll watch anything he's in, and it teaches you the skill of negotiation. And I've used it ever since. And with your powers combined, I'm BKM. That's right. Yeah, that's right. The pervert Power Rangers here or whatever, and I probably should too, Skunk. I should probably be chewing those like Fez, not Fez, but Pez. I don't chew my Fez, because it wears it out. But anyway, I do have other Fezes. That was going to be my giveaway when I hit 1,100. I still may do that. I'm going to make another push next year. But anyway, I know Tank, says Eric Hawkins. I think he's part of Gun Demon, now funding on Indiegogo and being fulfilled by Critical Blast and the subject of next week's Drawn and Quarterly. Well, very cool. Well, anyway, we're glad to have you here, Tank. Tank, it's a pleasure to have you here. And I hope you come back. And I just realized I got Donna and Carl's book name wrong. So stupid. It's Woodstock Dreams, Not Memories, if anyone out there is Googling it. And the thing is, go to lulu.com and do a search for Donna Carlene, and it will come up, I believe. And yes, Gun Demon, and he has an ash can as well. Cool. And Brian and Carl's Creep Fest special coming soon. That's right, by Jingo. And Pops is now on Facebook with that Indiegogo link to the Gun Demon Devil's Overture. 1 and 2. Check that out. That looks good. I'll have to look at that later. And oh yeah, Grant, Woodstock Dreams on Lulu.com. Mark show mature content. Yes. And Skunkcracker says, well, I certainly hope that tank likes foofy tales. Well, and Skunk has the floofiest. I can vouch for that. And for this, Small Press Publisher, we're the Nevermorians. You can be one too, because creeping out the plant is the thing to do. Complaining and shaming is not the way. Listen to what BKM have to say. F-bomb it all. F-bomb it all. That's right, my God. So anyway, I love it, Joe. And Grant Lankard, speaking of book promotion, what a segue. The Kickstarter for Beowulf starts Tuesday. Link coming. Excellent. Looking forward to that. And Mia Jovovich is the fifth element, dang it. She is, oh yeah, I blanked out her name, but she dresses well. She dresses well in that movie. No, that's a seriously fun movie. And who is it? Chris Tucker's in it. There's just a whole lot of really great acting in there, and the story is solid. The directing is good. I like The Fifth Element. That is a fun movie to watch. And I've seen a couple girls cosplay Mila Jovovich in The Fifth Element. Zoinks! Yeah. Yeah, all you need is an ace bandage, and that's all you need. So I've seen less. Anyway. And it looks like, and Mila is, oh, I could not agree with you more, my friend. We will find common ground there. And hey there, friends and foes, John B. Pica, johnpica.com. Please check his website and check out Back of the Cereal Box. Good morning, Multiverse. Good morning to you, John. Good to see you. And check out johnpica.com and backofthecerealbox.fun. He puts the fun back in Saturday, Sunday, every day of the week. And check out the Back of the Cereal Box, 9 a.m. Saturday mornings Eastern, and you will enjoy it. It's a great way to start your day with breakfast and people in their pajamas. And we are caught up right now, so let's be nice to let me find it. There we go. Joe D. McPhee has a super channel, and every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, he has a wonderful show called From the Desk of the Small Press Publisher, and he's frequently on Comic Book Spectrum. And this Saturday, he's going to have another terrific concept for the program. But if you want to get to know Joe better, here he is.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of the Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of the Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
And that's Joe D. McPhee from the Desk of Small Press Publisher. Please check it out every Saturday night, and check out his back episodes too. They're good too. And Ace Bonnie, imagine Kara cosplay as the Fifth Element. I do. I mean, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. She'd be awesome at it. No, Karen was like perv on her. So anyway, there's a story I don't want to tell on the air about how the first time I realized that, I it's part of my imposter syndrome, but I have this feeling that the minute I leave the room, I'm like the silence from Doctor Who, that people forget I exist. And I got evidence the second time I met her that Kara remembered me, but I don't want to talk about it on the air. She probably wouldn't mind, but I just don't want to do it. And Joe D, I dance in my chair every time I hear that theme. I love that theme too. In fact, I'll tell you, it's no secret where he got it. It's done by the same person that does the theme to Comic Book Spectrum, Ben Sounds. And if you go to YouTube Studio, Ben Sounds is very prolific. And I have the same thing. Every time I hear that on Joe's show, I have seen other shows use that exact same theme. And I think of Joe, which means his branding is successful. So anyway, Sarah says, I'll respond to people as soon as I can. Well, Sarah, I'm responding to you. Okay. Anyway, we'll hopefully talk later today. Love you, hon. And I want to do it next week for the FTDOASPPP. Okay. Oh, for this was Small Press Publisher. Okay. All right. I was confused for a moment there. I want to do it next week for the. Okay, we can do that. And I'll ask Kara about that story. I don't know if she remembers it. I don't. I just know it was memorable for me. And I had Cookie with me, and I'm like, "There's my friend." Oh, okay, she remembers me. Anyway, and Eric Hawkins says there is a Ben Sounds website, even more music. Yeah, the thing, I just know that if you go to YouTube Studio, the music there is eternally free. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I had a copyright claim yesterday. Or actually, it wasn't a copyright claim. I take that back. It was after Comic Book Spectrum, and I got notice from Facebook that the program would not be seen in 74 countries. And I'm like, no. They deserve to see us. We are hands across the water, and you don't know where those hands have been. But what was I saying about creeping? Anyway, I don't know what nations they were, but they gave me an opportunity to challenge it. And I don't know, I haven't heard back if I'm successful yet. But I said, if it is the music, we got it from YouTube Studio, and you can check their terms of service. We have the right to use it however we want. In fact, the creators frequently will put, we want credit or we don't need credit. I credit them. So does Joe, which is something we don't have to do, but we feel incumbent upon us to do so. And then I said, and if it's the rest of the content, I own it. And what images may be shown on Comic Book Spectrum, we are claiming fair use. And then I proceeded to tell them the 4 tenets and why we qualify for all 4. So I suspect that's going to go away. Anyway, let's see it. Let's see. Rick Bradley, good morning, Nevermore. Good morning to you, Rick. Hope you're having a great morning so far. And Carl Wilson, those nations don't need to see it anyway. Poor abused people. I want them to know, Carl, there's a better life out there, and it comes via comic books, okay? Comic books can cure a lot of ills. You know what I'm saying? And we had some good comics last night. And I have to admit, I was rather happy with Comixology. I wasn't using it very well last night, but no, Comixology, for those of you who don't know, is a it's now a division of Amazon, and you can get a lot of current comics on there. They also have, like, for about $5.95 a month, I think it is. You can read something like 27,000 comics. And I know Marvel has a similar service, and DC has a similar service, which is very, very tempting. And Carl Wisman says, it's usually a totalitarian government blocking you. Then all the more reason to fight back, I say. By God, we might be able to stop that thing in the Ukraine through the power of comic books. And John B. Pica says, I have so much to say about copyright claims. We get claims on our videos daily and everything we use, including music that is created wholly by us. Yeah, and if you're like me, now, if you ever get this, broadcasters, if you ever get this, first thing I do is they tell you who is your accuser. Like last night, they were going to tell me all 74 states. I didn't care about that. But generally, when you get a copyright claim, you are told who is doing it. And a copyright claim basically means you're using my intellectual property, whether it's music, images, whatever, and I am claiming the ownership of your video as a result. So if you ever monetize that thing, I get the money from it. Okay. And I'm thinking no. And it's, what I did the first time was I had seen a thing on Legal Eagle channel on YouTube. And so the first thing I did was I did a Google search for the company. Then I did this Google search, name of the company, and the word scam after it. And I found this place was scamming. And so they hit me on 2 videos. And I wrote back the first time saying, that, and it was about the music. And I say, I own the music because I have rights to use. I don't own it, but I have the rights to use it because it's from YouTube Studios. Here's their terms of service. And here's the terms under fair use that it qualifies under. Anyway, and then they hit me again, and so I used the same thing, but then I referenced this is the exact same thing I said the other day, and I can cut and paste all day if I need to. And they went away. So anyway, as two idiots out of their, two kids operating out of their closet in Florida. So anyway, from the Small Press Poster, those nations love rails. We have none. Became once a rebellion, like creating a Pepsi generation. That's right, my God. I'm going to overthrow these countries. I'm going to get blocked from Facebook because I'm fomenting political unrest. And when I used to do the Drunken Rant, all the Muslim countries blocked it. Well, it's I could see them doing that. I could see, and let them. I say. I was just in a feisty mood after the show last night. And none. Not no none. Okay. We don't have any nuns in this show. We need more nuns and priests. Anyway, Sarah, I've been waiting for an important phone call and just got a phone call. It was a scam call tease. Oh, I hate when that happens. And this is something I've taken to doing. And I've actually gotten fewer phone calls as a result. I tell everyone that there is an app for your phone called Should I Answer? Called Should I Answer? And it's a free app where you can review calls that you get. And if somebody's like a robocall or a scam or whatever, you can mark it as such. And after 5 similar reviews, they'll block it from your phone. Your phone won't even ring if they try to answer. Well, what I've done the last couple times, though, I was in one of those moods again, people. And when I'm in a mood like that, things just tend to happen. Well, anyway, I waited about, I just sit there quietly after the other party doesn't hang up or doesn't pick up or other, because it's all computer generated and the computer is waiting for you to say something. Then you get connected to somebody who's going to take your call. Well, I wait. And then I scream into the mouthpiece as loud as I can, and then wait and hear. And usually they hang up, and then I don't get any more calls from them. It began. Marvel Unlimited uses Comixology as their platform, and you can sync them. Don't know about DC. The thing is, I know DC, I think, has its own proprietary service, because I think at one point DC was listing more comics that you could read than Comixology was. And that's very tempting for me, because it's like DC has a rather voluminous reference library. And I'm sure they have digitized it. So, and maybe cleaning it up. But somebody else that has a lot of comics on Comixology, a lot of old classic back issues, are Archie. I mean, you can get like Archie, a lot of #1 Archies from the 40s and 50s through Comixology. That's kind of cool. But anyway, I appreciate knowing that, John. Thank you. And Rick Radley says, I bought the entire Transformers Marvel run on Kindle and some other ones from Humble Bundle. So if you ever need someone, I would definitely review those for Comic Book Spectrum. Well, you see, the thing about Comic Spectrum, and we kind of deviated a little last night because of the weather, was that the show is for recent releases. Now, if this was like the last 30 days, that'd be tempting. I have a complete set of The Walking Dead from Humble Bundle, which, by the way, folks, is a service where they offer games and comic books and other bits of software for a vastly reduced price for you contributing, and it's a charitable contribution. So like for about $25, I got like all of the entire run of The Walking Dead, plus all of the graphic novel. I think they were in the graphic novel forms, a few loose issues, mini series. It's something like 250 issues that I get to read now. And almost pulled the trigger on a Doctor Who game the other day. But yeah, it's Humble Bundle is great. But and I love the Marvel Transformers run. The one I like better though was the British division of Marvel was doing Transformers, and I know Grant Morrison wrote several, and I think Neil Gaiman may have written a couple too. But yeah, but anyway, we also have talked about doing episodes where we review like back issues that you could get, like trade paperbacks and such. So we'll keep you in mind, Rick. And all those poor bedraggled people who need a good martini because a religion has banned them from all liquor enjoyment. I know. That's why we've got to crush those regimes now. And Ryan Permison says it was fun meeting Skunk and Joe Dog last night on Stupid O'Clock. Aren't they fun? Aren't they great? I love them. And Rick Bradley is promoting here. He says R&D Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming from the point of view of an old school gamer and the point of view of a younger gamer, and see how those views differ and are the same. Come join author Rick Bradley and his son Donovan as they discuss gaming throughout the years. Come ask any and all questions about the topic, and let's have some fun. No fun, damn it. It's exploring the huge world of gaming, coming soon to the Rising Tide Network. Good man. And Google Pixel phones block most spam calls, which I love. Okay, that's cool. And Michaela J says, I just got back from the store and the much-needed alcohol run. I am ready for Friday night fun. Oh, we still got some hooch around here, too. I think we've got a lot of stuff. I've still got some of that Kraken attacks from last year. Yeah. Oh, Cookie heard me. She's cackling. We need alcohol tonight, honey.
Oh God, yes.
Especially after yesterday, right?
Oh. Actually, well.
The week?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway. And Eric Hawkins says Samsung blocks most spam calls too. Not mine. I've got a. Or no. Actually, no. My Samsung phone was pretty good. I've got a Motorola though. I'm getting a new phone. You hear about Apple doing planned obsolescence, and which is that the device is meant to break down, so that you have to buy a new one. In fact, who was I seeing? There was a show I saw on YouTube this week. I'll have to find it again for you guys. But it was about planned obsolescence, that there is a light bulb that's burning in a firehouse somewhere, and you can actually watch it burn on YouTube. But the idea is that this bulb is all about a century old, and about the conspiracy to make sure that light bulbs burn out, because otherwise you buy a light bulb, it's good forever unless you break it. And after a certain point, even if you charge more for it, you're going to run out of customers. See? And that Apple got caught a few years ago that after about 6 months after your battery warranty runs out, that your phone will die. And that way you have to buy a new one every year or two. So anyway, and yes, Michaela, Carl approves of the alcohol run. And cool. Eric and Cindy Cap, happy Friday. Mwah, you make it a Friday, hon. How are you doing today? Good to see you, Cindy Cap, CKOEPB.com, and please sign up for a free monthly newsletter. It's awesome. And don't forget to sign up for Michaela Jade's newsletter at authormichaelajade.com. All right, excellent. And if you need some Santa sign to stay warm in the blizzard, you can get that via Smashwords. And also steamed Nazis in a steam-driven suit. You need to see that, folks. It's in the original Skyman Battles of Master of Steam, available now on Amazon. Thank you, Cindy. And Sarah, I block them. If it's an actual person, I usually go into the bathroom and aim my phone at the toilet while I flush. So that's all they hear. I'm with you. I admit I understand call centers. I've worked for places that had call centers, and it's a hard job to do. I could not do it. But the ones that operate as scams, I have no sympathy for whatsoever. In fact, there's several channels on YouTube that I like Scammer Payback, where they call these places and try to actually take over their computers. It's really glorious. But anyway, yeah, you're doing right, Sarah. Glad to see you, sweetheart. And big stumpy robots with simple swords and fighting axes. You can't get enough of it. You love it. Get it from Amazon, from Nicholas Anthony Tucker. Sarah, as of lately, I have to answer calls I don't recognize in case it's an employment-related call. I'm off topic, derp. We don't have a topic here that I've noticed. Anyway, it just goes in one direction, then just kind of veers off someplace else, and veers off here. It's imagine the topic as a highway, a series of roads, and we've got a drunken driver who's blind and deaf, navigating the things. That's why we don't have rails. And World War II vampires. Check out John Pica's latest book, Nightreich, on Amazon. It's a good read. Rick Bradley says, check out my Amazon author page at that address there. And there you can grab the terrifying Nightmare Collective, the mentally warping Marvin's Night Out, the award-winning adventurous pulp reality, and the quirky tales of the weird and strange. Good deal. And will Cookie appear in the green room? You never know. You never know. I will see what she's up to. She has shown up.
5'6".
What? What? I didn't hear you.
About 5'6".
Okay, yeah, she's up to 5'6". That's it. Yeah, we're gonna put her in the rack later and see if we can't get another inch or two out of her. So, Madam's executive smartass is in the next studio. So, anyway. I'm locked in here. Or no, I'm not locked in here for 3 days with her. She's locked in here with me. Pray for her. And we're doing a special toast at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. I will try to be there for that, Carl. I definitely will try to be there for that. And the Dastardly Dingoes podcast is staying up with the geekiness. Check them out on YouTube. Check out last Tuesday's episode. It was fantastic. And Ryan Permisson, you want nerd culture? That man's growing it in his basement. Check him out on YouTube and subscribe. And I think I might know who you're referring to, Carl. Maybe. I think I do too. And Amazon's on the desk of a small press publisher. You need that. And also they're available on Comixology. I'm reading the first issue right now. And I have an iPhone 7. I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has, says Rick Bradley. I love my iPhones, but I'll be getting a different phone after taxes come in. Yeah, the Moto worked just fine, and then about 6 months ago, I've had it for probably about 4 years, I think, and it was refurbished. But about 6 months ago, it started behaving badly, and now I've got like some sort of I can't find it where it's at. There's something hijacking my web browser on there, and it's I turn on my phone, and if I'm trying to get a call, I turn on the phone, I can't get to the phone right away because this thing is locked up my phone with this website that is almost always nothing I need. So and it won't let me get rid of Chrome on there. Which is another telltale sign, I think. It won't let me get rid of Chrome so I can reload it, hopefully without the blocker. So I'm just going to get rid of it. And yes, Sarah. So anyway, Get a Neurosis from Amy Hale. We were just discussing that earlier. I've got playing my own. And there's Sarah. Love you too, and celebrating. And Warriors, you need them. Michaela Jade's got them available on Amazon. The fourth one coming out soon. Beautiful. And I have news for the green room too. I'm so excited. Oh, cool. I hope if I don't get there, I'm going to grill you like a murder suspect to find out what it is. And CityCap, Des Moines Comic and Toy Show is February 12th. QuadCon invades Merle Hay Mall. I'll be there with books, comics, including Animal Eye. And definitely want to get that. That is so good. And Dragons and Dice. You'll also find some 70-odd, really odd vendors. Some more odd than others, I'm sure. And Rick Radley says, yeah, if you ever have an episode where you review older issues, I'll be glad to contribute if needed. That would be cool. And Ace Bonnie, this show is like, oh, look, squirrel. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. And this was Small Press Publisher. In Gunny, Sergeant Hartman, voice 5'6". I didn't know they stack awesomeness that high. Yes, they do. And Cindy Kemp says, beware gooberheads selling advanced tickets to QuadCon. There's no such things. And the only source for vendor info is vintagetorque@gmail.com. Yeah, and that surprises me. What a scam. It's in a mall, people. How are they going to charge admission? Think. And the Historical Fencing Guild is on at 7 p.m. Central tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's always glorious, and you'll love Nick Tockert. He is so high energy and so much fun. And in my reader group and my YouTube channel all next week, I'll be featuring some fun contests and interactive games. Stay tuned to all things Michaela Jade. Looking forward to that, hon. And Cindy Camp says, comic-related madness, visit with Pops. Pops, how are you doing with that count? All right, we need a report from you. And he's back and ready for more fun. LukeStoneStudios.com. Cindy, oh yeah, you saw it the other night. Luke Stone is actually broadcasting a couple times this week. He sounds, he's had a tracheotomy. He's sounding a little rough at times, but the mind is still there. He did a little drawing the other night, and it turned out nicely. My boy's back, and Randy Zimmerman's out of the hospital, so all is good. It's getting better, folks. And let's see what we got here. And tell you what, let's run an ad while we're waiting for more comments from you. And we've got to thank this lady, because every time we come on here, she puts in promotion for you. All right, not just me, not just for Pops or Ryan or anyone. She puts them in for you guys. All right. So I think please take a moment and reward her by going to Amazon or bearpublications.com and pick up a book, even if it's just an ebook. All right. Thanks, Cindy, for what she does for us. That's a rising tide thing to do. And here's some reasons why you should buy her books.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Definitely check out her work, and like I said, please buy a book or two from her. One, you'll enjoy it, I'm sure of that, and secondly, it will reward her for all that she does for this community. Okay, and let's see, here we go. Oh, and Animal Eye, speaking of which, Bear Publications plans to release the digital version of Animal Eye on February 5th at bearpublications.com. Check it out there. And Animal Eye merch, you need some of it, like the beautiful and desirable Animal Eye logo cup. Isn't that sweet? Oh, yeah, it is. You want it. You need it. And it's useful. I drink water out of it. And anyway, you can get that at Bear Publications, or rather at bit.ly Bear Pub for the merchandise. And also the My Sharon and Miley Cyrus Can't Keep a Rising Tide Down. That's right, my gosh. We are here to stay. And Zombie Invasion, you want it. You check out Eric S. Hawkins on Comixology, The Zombie for World of Oz. My favorite comic. It's great. And Angie Judas, hello, darling. Mwah! Good to see you, sweetie. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a good morning so far. And from the Desolate Small Press Publisher, replenish the love and awesomeness that Cindy Kep gives everyone else. Visit CKOEPP.com and purchase Animal Eye, soon to be a game. Isn't that cool? And Angelic Memoirs and Nebulizers at BrianRodman.com, who survived the entire show last night. Yay. And Angie, screams Carl Witzman. I recognize some of those books. Thanks. I hear they're pretty good. You ought to get some of them, Cindy. And Ace Bonnie, what's scarier than Friday the 13th? Monday the 16th. That's true. That's true. And Sergey Press has The Adventures, and more to come this year. 22 is going to be their year. Check them out. And I thought you were on internet hiatus, asked Carl to Angie Dudas. Said, this is less social media and more like a friendly group. That's right. We keep it friendly here. The only cranky one here should be me. And boy, howdy do I fulfill my function. But anyway, Angie, it's good to see you. I know you've been taking time off from the internet. And, you know, I take time off. I take like a day off from Facebook, and it is so therapeutic. Man, it really is. And speaking of therapeutic, I always get comforted knowing that in addition to fantastic work on Animal Eye, Roll Cruise has his own comic collie. Check it out at artstation.com/Roll Cruise. Thank you, Cindy Kep, CKOEPP.com. And take another drink. Anyway, please check that out. And let's see. Do we have something else here? Oh, and this is coming up soon. Get excited for this. This is finally going to be released with a whole bunch of extras that you are going to dig. This is from writer-artist Mr. Glenn B. Fleming.
When they mined an area, they put down yellow tape right across that line. See? And if you walked on the wrong side of that yellow tape, you blew up.
Strange Tales 136. I remember it very clearly, and that was my first exposure to Kirby. and I wanted to show it to people.
Jack Kirby, A Personal Jury. Definitely check that out. Coming, I think he's going to launch this month. Glenn B. Fleming is. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that. And we hope that you will support that like you support every other Nevermore. All right. And anyway, let's get here. Sarah says, is Animal Eye fantasy? I love fantasy. I also want to get a copy of Hybrids, where Meredith Loughran succeeded at her goal in becoming a professional in the comic book world. Luke said he's going to re-release it. That's true. I heard him say that the other day too, and it's a good book. And I've got something in there too. So and so does Eric. Eric has two stories in there, and it's definitely worth getting. I really do believe it. I was really happy for how it turned out. It's a great series. But yeah. So yes, Animal Eye is fantasy. It is basically a fantasy story told from the point of view of being inside a video game where the players become animal avatars, and it's really a fun book. And the first issue is fantastic, and I've read the scripts for the next two. It continues. Anyway, Donna Carleen says, we do our best, Angie. And cool, Sarah. And much love from Sarah. And I ran out of break before I ran out of links. Don't forget to tip your host. Thank you. Bring Cookie home. Thank you 2 times. Get terrors from patreon.com/Brian K. Morrison. Go get freelance words at patreon.com/CKOEPP.com. Have a grand weekend. Everyone stay warmish out there. Animal Eye for more info, and Cindy Cap Writing on the Edge for even more fun. Definitely check out what this lady does, and check out her Patreon page. She is populating that thing all the time. Very proud of you. Thank you, Cindy, and hope you have a great weekend. Carl Wisman, this is a friendly group, sometimes too friendly. Watch where everyone puts their hands, Angie. Yes, believe me, this is a place where if you want to know where our hands are, you'll be the first to find out. And Cindy Cap says, Animal Eye is an extremely post-apocalyptic, far enough that it looks like Renaissance era fantasy until the end. Gamelit. And I will say, highest recommendation. I love that issue. I think Joe D. McPhee loved that issue. Everyone that's read it has enjoyed it. So Cindy did a great job on the writing. The art is gorgeous. The coloring's magnificent. Sarah, I think you would really dig it. I really do. And how is Cookie enjoying her day off? She is watching YouTube videos and drinking tea. And now that the furnace is working again, we're just happy little kids here. We really are. And awesome, Sarah. It really is awesome. I think you would enjoy it. And yeah, I'm not allowed to have my hands on Carl anymore. Aunt Donna was not happy with me. Rick Bradley, that's because you wouldn't let her see the videos. Now, if you'd let her see the videos, I know there's a danger you'll wind up in one of Donna's books, but all things considered, that thing you were doing with the baseball bat thing, that was pretty impressive. Anyway, on everyone's part. But anyway, on that note, what was I saying about out-weirding everyone? Anyway, and Rick's going, you shouldn't have read that. You shouldn't have read that. Yes, I should. So anyway, it's official. We need more coffee. And that's right, BKM. Videos are important. Yes, they are. They're a lovely commemorative of a special occasion, and just one of the reasons we love you. We love you too, Rick. Oh my God. So anyway, I think this is a good place to roll with the roll. And with that comment, now waiting for the bots to appear. Yeah, let's see if they show up now, Carl. I don't think I was too well. I was nasty, but I wasn't naughty last night. But yeah. I think it was right after you left for Stupid O'Clock, Carl. We actually got a bot, but I think Eric got him. So. I'm well protected here, and it helps me a lot, believe me. And thank you, Carl. Thank you, Eric, for safeguarding me from the Rusky bots that, go invade a foreign country or something. Leave my broadcast alone. But anyway, folks, let's commence with the farewells here, but only till Monday. And we want to say thank you to our sponsor for today's episode, Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. If you're looking for a great comic book cover or a fantastic wraparound book cover or even book trailer or the graphics that'll help you sell that book, then you need to contact Jeffrey Hayes at Plasma Fire Graphics. Check out the Plasma Fire Graphics Facebook page and then the plasmafiregraphics.com webpage, and you can contact Jeffrey directly there and find out his indie creator-friendly prices. You'll be amazed. Check it out. That's Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And also, we want to thank our Patreon subscribers for helping keep the Rising Tide mission going. We couldn't do it without these guys and gals. And if you want to find out what we give you in return for your support of this channel and of our enterprises, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. We're also a proud part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, bringing you entertainment and enlightenment 7 days a week. And we'll have a new schedule card up soon, I promise, by all that is Dan Hollifield. We shall do this thing. But anyway, later tonight, check out Drinking with the Davies, tied to the bedpost or something like that. That's a provocative sounding drink. And we know that Mr. and Mrs. Davies are going to be doing a wonderful job of mixing up and giving you the history of that drink as well. Followed by the Historical Fencing Guild at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, where you will learn more about swordplay, martial arts, and the like. Check it out. Check out our weekend schedule and check out all things Rising Tide. Please give our Facebook page a like if you would. And we've got a couple more comments here. And let's see. John B. Pica says, gotta run, folks. The guy who pays me came into the office today. He's creating fires for me to put out. Well, darn him to heck. Anyway, John, thank you for being here and have a great, great weekend. Check out Back in the Cereal Box tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I keep saying 9 p.m. I wanted to be 9 a.m. Or 8 a.m. Central, and have some fun to start your Saturday. And everyone take care and stay creative. You too, Rick Bradley. Thank you for being here. And yep, read the weirdness. I'm such an enabler. You are, and I love you for it. And Carl Wisman says, everyone have a great day. You too, Carl. Thank you for being here. Thank all of you for being here. Appreciate you all. And we're supposed to get some horrible temperatures tomorrow, but then I think by Wednesday, at least here in Central Indiana, we're finally going to hit the freezing mark. So I'm going to go out today. We realized last night that we didn't shovel out a path to the trash cans. So that may be on today's schedule, because I'm not going out tomorrow at all. And we may clean off a little more of the sidewalk so my new phone can get here. But anyway, folks, thank you for being here. Love you, Sarah. And love you all. Thank you for supporting this show and me and Cookie. And we will be back Monday morning with more entertainment, as only we can do and only we should do, because it can be dangerous doing this stuff. And hope you have a great weekend. Stay warm and safe, and check on someone who maybe can't get out as easily as you can. And God bless all the people cleaning the streets and everybody that's got to go out, that doesn't have a choice. Thank you all. And thank all of you for watching this show. And we'll be back Monday morning at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central Time. Again, if you like us, if you enjoy the show on Facebook, give us a reaction, whether it's a like or a love, or mock us with your laughter. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed any part of it or plan to in the future. And be sure to do vital damage to that bell so you're notified of all of our cool content as it comes up. And so, folks, one more comment. Let's check it out. Is it our Russian bot? Is it a Russian bot? No. It's from our good friend Joe D. McPhee. Have a great weekend. I will need to contact you later, BKM. Just need to deal with something that is nagging me since yesterday. Yeah, please, reach out. Give me a DM. We'll talk about it, okay? And check out From the Desk of Small Press Publisher tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And keep warm, everyone. Laters. Love you, Donna. Thank you for being here. As always, sweetheart, you are the best. And so are you. So as always, folks, stay smart. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Put them in gloves when you have to go out. Wind chill's a bear. And never apologize for being awesome. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you back Monday morning on Never Mind the Furthermore. Have a great one.
Thank you for watching Never Mind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men, and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on days gone by with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality. Available now from Stormgate Press on Amazon.com. From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.